Start your own watch party. Talk to us, talk back to us. This is your moment. You're on the station, rolling out AM wake up call.
The sun is shining, shining, nice and bright, bright. The birds are chirping, chirping,
and I'm ready to fly.
Time to get ready, ready
for another day.
No one can stop us. Oh, we gon' learn to play. Oh, every day we learn and play. We do our best, so we'll be great. You do your best, best,
and I do mine.
So let's get ready, cause it's about that time. Good morning, morning, you good morning, how do you do? Good morning, time to be great. Good morning, time to wake up. Good morning, your dance and play. Good morning, sun start today. Good morning, open your eyes. Good morning, reach for the sky. Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do? Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do?
Good morning.
You see me on my grind.
Woo, stars got to shine.
I'm a supernova.
Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah,
I'm on the move. I got a way to shine to. Let me hear you say, every day we gon' learn and play.
Hey, it's your day. It's rolling out AM. We're coming your way. I'm Munson Steed, and this is Romeo International today. Romeo International. Coming to you internationally, you know. This is rolling out AM show. What's going on, everybody? Tell us what you're doing today. It is that moment. Everybody thought it was a crazy. They're still talking about this debate. I think they're all late. Like, what didn't they know?
Hey, I think I saw a lot trending yesterday. The funny part, I saw a lot trending from other countries. Like other countries were disappointed. I was like, I didn't even know y'all was watching, but other countries were disappointed. And China, man, China's so mad. China's like, stop calling out our name. We not even in the election. So it was interesting to see socially trending yesterday.
Oh no, it was like reality show reunion gone bad for him, and everybody's like, oh, didn't you know? We didn't understand. He was calling for those people. And this is all a show for nonsense. Like, so you can repeat that nonsense.
Hey, man. But we definitely encouraging people to make up your own mind, make up your own decision. We're not telling you how to vote. We're telling you to vote. We might point you in a direction to where you need to go. But everybody has their own opinion. But like Mr. Steve said, it was a great show. If you missed that television reality show yesterday, it was the Tuesday. It was the best show on television. It was great. The ratings went up.
I think the guy got smashed. Wallace, the moderator. Like you talk about a historical moment, they're gonna paint a picture about you that is so bad.
Yeah. That didn't have anything. I hope
he got a whole check because he was acting. If that wasn't an act, kind of missing it. That had to be an act because you're having a problem telling the person that you're supposed to, and all of a sudden then everybody says, well, we're gonna have new rules. Well, he had rules. It's called 2 minutes. You had rules.
Right.
This guy does not adhere to any rules.
But now all of a sudden, I did see that yesterday. Now all of a sudden, you want to amend and change rules that's been around forever for one person? I don't understand.
We understand changing of rules as it relates to our people. They constantly change the rules, the field goal, the will not make racism illegal. You know, what do you guys think? We made racism illegal.
What up, Iris Baker? She said, where the rest of the crew at? They coming, they woke up late.
Iris, come on. Iris, what? We waiting for you to come on with us, Iris. You know, we waiting for you to come on with us.
Right. You the crew. Iris, come on, jump on in. So shout out to everybody this morning, man. Waking up with the Rolling Out. Wake up call, rollingout.com, at Rolling Out, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You know where we at because we see all of y'all. And yeah, you know what? I think, you know what? I will say this though. I did my homework. I watched a documentary on the group that he said. I don't want to say it out loud on our network, but I watched the documentary on that particular group. And I must say, I have never watched, this is going to sound bad, I've never watched idiots say the stupidest stuff. Like, their reasoning for things, their reasoning did not match up everyday life. Like, you know, there was one gentleman who said, "Yeah, I'm carrying around this AK 47 to the grocery store because I never know what's gonna happen." Sir, what's gonna happen in the grocery store, sir? I've never seen nothing go down on aisle 9. I've never seen that. So I'm gonna listen to. It was just interesting, man. I'm definitely gonna share that with our viewers on rollingout.com today.
Well, no, it's a society of, it's a group. Everybody got to have a reason to live in their mind. And many people found with those guns, they could actually do exactly what they imagined if they're out in the woods by themselves. And no one knows. So, you talk about radicalization. We have to work about radical nationalists that are racist and are here to protect the racist white supremacy. That's what it is, brother. It is definitely that. That is the mission. And a whole bunch of brothers hanging out with them. That's not their intention. That is not their mission. And we just need to know that this uprising has stirred all that hornet's nest. If you were sleeping in the trailer, in that truck, then you know now that there are those who are sleeping better, and that reality is coming to you, and they're saying, the wall is not stopping progress. They're here now. They're having families. They're Americans.
Yep.
You might want to pay attention.
One of our guests that we had at Ride a year back, Charlemagne the God, he went live yesterday. And I'm gonna ask you this question. He encouraged Black women to start carrying, to start registering for a license to carry. What do you think we've got to that point? Do you think we got to that point where, like, now that should be a first option?
Well, I mean, you got somebody coming on the show today. You can ask them, do you carry a gun? I mean, I think we should bring the various gun clubs in our community should be here. It's your constitutional right to bear arms. And yes, everybody in our community that deems it necessary, wants to have 1, 2, or 100 in your home, that's your choice. I mean, it's your constitutional right, legally. Right. So when, it's not my job to encourage somebody to their gun consciousness, but, given the mood of the nation, you don't want to get caught slipping. You don't want to be surprised. Right. Think of Ahmaud Arbery if he could have shot back.
Different narrative.
When you think about it, you watch their horrible images. Brother, no gun. Right. Wake up, sleep at a Wendy's. No gun. And the fake taser ain't enough.
Taser ain't enough.
Ain't enough. You get 2 to the back and not even I'm sorry. Just take me to jail. Just they go behind that blue shield. And all of a sudden they go home and eat dinner and have pie with their parents while everybody else attends a funeral.
Right.
So no, I think that I don't know about it's encouraging. I think, going live, everybody has a right to say whatever they want to say. So clearly our brother is pushing. I think everybody's working to be a part of the open narrative. But I think you should join the club. I think you should be trained. I think you got to think about your household, your children, but definitely stay and keep your constitutional rights to bear arms a part of your program.
Right.
Yeah, 100% on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you don't want to wait for that. Not in this moment.
Nah, because the narrative change, even for you and me as fitness guys, as runners and walkers, before it was the freedom of, not saying we wasn't paying attention, but it was the freedom of, oh, I'm about to just get out here on this morning and just get it in. Now we got to get it in, look this way, look that way. Let me make sure ain't nobody over my shoulder. It's you're right.
It may have been a heightened awareness. I mean, you've been told. I think a lot of people have been told. I'm sure you've been told. Watch out, Romeo. Make it home. Watch out. Do what you got to do, but make it home. Think about every place. Think about your surroundings, And it just seemed like, oh, you just gotten this far without really worrying. Now, uptick on the worry, uptick on double check. Oh, that car's sitting on the side of the road. Oh, now I got to go buy the car on the side of the road. Maybe I should think about that. I need to think about who's in the car. If I want to walk past the car, maybe I double back and run the same way twice. Yeah.
Hey, the reason I'm laughing because I just did that. Like, I'm running on this side of the road. Why is this car on this side of the road when there's another lane? There's another lane right there. There's nah, I'm with you. I'm very much with you. Irish Baker says, Romeo, yes, it has gotten to that point to carry a gun, but you have to still be careful out there and make sure you're legally protected when carrying one. I agree with the legally part. Let's see if we can get everybody else on the legally part. So let's get to that part. Jumping into the social report, man, wherever my producer goes, I'm gonna go because I like Ashley and she okay sometimes. All the time, Ashley, I was just playing.
Ashley.
Now, just yesterday, man, Willow Smith jumped in the game. She says that she's proud of her mother, Jada Pinkett, for speaking on the affair with August Alsina. Willow says she's proud of Jada for showing her real. She's proud of Jada and Will for showing her real love when they were honest about Jada's affair with August Alsina. And I'm just gonna say socially, I'm proud too. I'm very proud. Ladies, feel free to August Alsina me, because clearly Jada done made it cool to do that. I don't know how it switched planes, because if it was the other way around, it'd be some issues. But Willow says she's proud of her mom and Will for showing what real Black love is. I don't know how that goes together, but that's what's happening socially. Once he got this look on his face, like, hey, any comments? So you just like, what? I'm with you.
I just think the conversation is theirs. I mean, it's their family. It's their ability to deal with the way they choose to. I mean, as a brand family, they got plenty to think about, talk about, process, and why not say? I mean, she's your mom. It's not like she's getting ready to go away. She's not going to be erased based on it. If that's her truth and everybody's living in their truth, got to live in that truth. So, big ups to them. I actually like listening to some of Willow's music. That's what I like most about how she feels about personal life. I'm less in other people's bedrooms and houses. I'm not really interested. Don't consider that part of my mental growth. Could care less. So I'm not getting ready to. So I'm probably not the person to watch most of the reality shows or any of that. But it's been amazing. I mean, it's been a conversation.
Yeah, I became a Jay Smith music fan first, seeing him at a concert long time ago in the past. I don't know if y'all remember concerts, but long time ago. But Willow does have some dope music. Well, next up on the docket, wherever Ashley takes me, I'm gonna rock it. We have LeBron James, man. Shout out to the LA Lakers because they won last night. I'm a Laker Nation. I'm a Kobe fan. I'm a old Lonzo Ball fan where he was Kobe, but LeBron James organization led by the NBA, his More Than a Vote, a voting right organization led by the NBA star LeBron James, reached a major milestone this week in this effort to combat systemic racist voter suppression. The organization made up of prominent athletes and artists announced that it's We Got Next poll workers recruitment effort. The partnership is with the NAACP and has amassed over 10,000 new volunteer poll workers in primarily Black electoral districts ahead of November's general election. So basically, what the organization has done, they have actually amassed a group of poll workers to actually take action and help those in Black communities, Black area votings, and get them not only registered to vote, but help them through the process of voting. So shout out to LeBron James for that. He's been really doing some major holding it down while chasing the championship. He is still it, like Buster says, you don't have to be in the streets, but you got to be in the struggle. He's definitely in the struggle while chasing this championship. So shout out to him and go Lakers. If you're a Miami Heat fan, it's your fault.
Well, you should play on the Heat. So now you got both jerseys. Everybody got one jersey. So, you know, you can rotate your jerseys. You can have LeBron's old, Heat jersey. And you can also have your LeBron Laker jersey. So, you know, they selling plenty of merch. Who would ever thought that they'd be back so fast? So for Miami even to be in the finals, I mean, I thought a lot of people were betting on the Celtics. You know, I think a lot of people were voting on the Celtics.
And don't forget, man, once the NBA season is over, it kicks right back in December. So it's going to be a quick start inside the bubble. The bubble will stay alive, people. The bubble will stay alive until we get COVID-19 down to an understanding or a cure. Next up, for you guys, shout out to Rolling Out AM, John Baker.
Hey, shout out to Harold out there. What's happening, Harold?
Regina King, who I am a big fan of, a bigger fan of. I was a fan of hers, but when she joined, you know how I am about my comic book world. When she joined the Watchmen, she became just epic. But Regina King and Cadillac has announced an extended partnership to serve as new brand ambassador to help bring forth the newest Escalade in front of its Never Stop Arriving campaign. And its Never Stop Arriving campaign pushes young people and pushes people to move forward. That's what the campaign is about. So definitely shout out to Regina King. Shout out to Cadillac. I don't know how many people still drive Cadillacs, but shout out to her, man. I'm definitely a Regina King fan. What up, Shirley Carter? I see you popping in, popping out. So that is wonderful. Next up, oh, Ashley. Yeah, man, it's Thursday. We up. I'm up. Everybody's up. Essence. This is kind of bad. Essence is a friend of the brand, but Essence says it has been forced to furlough staff due to coronavirus pandemic. Will only be paying salaries through the remainder of this week. Essence is definitely.
How's everybody feel about that?
That's major, man. Because it's Essence, and you know, I definitely had a great time at the Essence Festival. They did not do it this year. I think they did.
They had a virtual. It was virtual. It was early virtual. So it was a mixed bag of virtual experiences. The show wasn't a stadium. The show wasn't New Orleans. Wasn't the French Quarter and 80,000 Black people. So
shout out to all our people, friends, family over there at Essence, man. We know you guys are going to get through this. We know we all are going to get through this. COVID-19 is a different beast, people. It's a different beast. You have to be we encourage everybody to stay um, mentally prepared. And I say that because we have an upcoming conference coming up called Peace and Purpose this December. And we're encouraging everybody on their health, their mental status, physical status. We want to make sure that you guys are up to par and still in the fight.
It's taking a lot. It's taking a lot just to keep everybody moving, anticipate what's going on. And I don't know that people signed up for 24 months, a transition of power.
Right.
We got to stay amped up because we got Kamala Harris on the ballot. So we got to stay amped,
Right.
getting ready. Some say, I guess, want to, make sure you keep your rounds in your house so that you're out there and prepared. So join a gun club if you just want to have a gun. Join a gun club. There are lots of clubs for you to join so that you can have the teaching, the understanding. Most gun clubs actually help and have insurance for you so that if you are actually going to conceal and carry, they have classes so you know your rights. These are the things that are necessary when you think about it. If you're a new gun owner, and if you're not, and you want to have the latest information, figure out what it is, be able to go to the range and have camaraderie. Obviously, they're still even doing gun clubs virtually. As a matter of fact, we'll reach out to one of the gun club owners. She's a female out of Chicago. So we've done a story about her on rollingout.com. So I'm looking forward to having her on the show. Since you said that, I'll reach out for her today, Romeo. See how soon we can get her on the show. If you believe or are carrying or going to buy a gun, let us know now just exactly what type gun and what kind of gun you recommend for those who are just starting out.
And we definitely want to make sure that during these times, man, it's the perfect time to start expanding, man. Learn more, read more. Do find the things that you love and accomplish those things during this time. Do not let COVID own you. Own COVID. That makes sense if you say it real slow. Next up, Ashley, wherever we go, I'm gonna go with you. Shout out to D Shields. I see you, Ben Lambert. All right, so this popped up, and I'm pretty sure Portia would have had something to say. But socially, yesterday, this was trending, and people were trying to figure out how do they compensate during these COVID times. If you had to pick two pills, what pills would you pick out of the 9? Look 15 years younger, read minds for 3 days, forget your ex, eat without gaining weight, add 5 centimeters to your height, become super strong, have a lot of money, always feel happy, or get millions of followers. And this was trending yesterday because people were like, well, after the vote and all this COVID, I need to figure out how to entertain myself. So I said, you know what? Actually, pull it back up real quick because I want people to see what I chose, and I really want to know what you guys chose. And I'm pretty sure I chose this once, and I was like, you know what? I definitely wanna. I take the number 2. I read people's minds for 3 days, and I probably would take number 7 and have a lot of money. It'd probably be 2 and 7 to get me through right there. And this was trending socially yesterday. He's
That's
like,
cool. Everybody, what's your combination? Let us know what your combination is. Iris Baker, what is it? Which one would you go for?
D Shield said, morning everyone. Still traveling long week. Team Romeo. That's right, D Shield. We Team Romeo. Let's just keep it Team Romeo in here. Oh, Ashley says 4 and 7. Okay, Ashley. I'm gonna remember that. What's 4? Eat without gaining weight and have a lot of money. Iris Baker said 4 and 7. Eat without gaining weight and have a lot of money. Okay. Y'all, all the ladies are saying 4 definitely. Okay, so everybody's chiming in.
4. I don't know about 4.
Eat without gaining weight.
Right. Not an issue. So, I'm with you. Whatever your two are. See, that's my thing. It's your pick.
Pick.
I'm for people having their pick.
Hey y'all, hey, good morning, everyone.
Hey, what's up? Happy
Who's our-
Thursdays. Rolling out AM with Portia Monique and Romeo International.
I'm trying to think, what would I do? What were the choices again? Can we see the choices? I wouldn't pick them before because that just worked out.
Mr. Steve, who's our guest right here? Because clearly this is a guest. I
Yes? I don't, yeah, they guess. They be guest appearances.
they be guest appearances. 'Cause
I don't know. Do I want a million followers, get millions of followers? Yes, I would want millions of followers to influence, push out products, to talk to, have a family. So I would pick number 9.
Okay.
And I will also pick number 2. I would pick number 2.
You don't want to go with number 1?
No, I'm young as fuck. Don't do that. And I look young, so no, I don't want to do that. You okay?
Money and read mine. Shout out to Portia Monique. I don't know if you heard. What did you think of Willow Smith saying she's proud of Will Smith and Jada?
She should be. I'm proud of him too. Like, why condemn people? Why look down on them? Why judge them? Why shun them? Why do any of that? People do what they do, and
Right.
Sometimes things happen. So, okay, she should be proud of her mama. I am too. I'm proud of her mama and her daddy.
No, Iris, I wasn't shading her. I thought,
He was trying to, Iris. He was trying to, but that's okay.
she already looked 25. I thought she was gonna knock it down to 15. I didn't know where she was gonna go with it. So, last but not least, man, on the social report, and this kind of, if it's the right thing that Ashley is pulling up, this kind of disturbed me a little. Well, I ain't gonna say a little bit. This disturbed me a lot. If she's pulling up, that was all I had. Oh no, there was definitely one more. There was definitely one more that I want you to see. That I'm going to pull back up for you, Ash. But rolling out AM, rolling out wake up morning call, man. We are glad that you guys are tuned in and turned up on this Thursday morning. It is October the 1st. It is a full moon. We know it's wild and crazy and everything else going on, but we here.
It's a full moon?
Yeah, it's a full moon in the middle of the day. Well, where I'm at, it's a full moon in the middle of the day.
We can't hear you, Master. Yeah, I didn't.
It's a full moon.
Full moon.
It's a full moon.
You know what happened with full moons? It's just crazy.
Mercury's in retrograde.
Is that what's going on? Somebody tell me.
And I definitely want Ashley to get this report, pull up this report. D Shield says, good morning, Munson.
I thought she was talking to me.
No, D Shield is Team Romeo. She's already said she's Team Romeo. Iris Baker is Team everybody.
Good morning, D. What's happening, everybody?
So
I like it. It's hoodie season.
Yeah.
Nice time for a new hat.
It's also boot season. I can't wait for my report.
Yep. You got to get your new mask. Everybody will be able to wear their new mask during the winter. Definitely protect yourself away from this flu season. Look at the numbers.
And it's October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Iris Baker said that definitely will be coming back into the States to participate in a breast cancer awareness run walk that Rolling Out is a part of, supporting the community. And definitely we want everybody to get their Rolling Out University sweatshirts. If you go to rollingout.com, we want you to get your Rolling Out University sweatshirts, and we got Rolling Out Fit Club shirts coming soon because we want to keep y'all.
Got a lot to do.
Yeah, we got a lot to do, man. We definitely got that, and I'll be posting more information on how you guys can help support Rolling Out for our participation in breast cancer awareness. But this next slide is very important because I definitely want you guys to see this actually hit it. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Bow. Now, I'm not sure what the group name is, but they're calling themselves the Christians. That's what they're calling themselves. They have raised over 500,000 for Kyle Rittenhouse legal defense. Apparently, some people believe the 17-year-old Illinois native bravely, I want to make sure I read this correctly after we heard the little debate, bravely tried to defend his community. He don't even live in the community. When he fatally shot 2 people while harassing demonstrators in Kenosha on August 31st. Now, self-proclaimed the Christians are clicking a Pray Now button on this fundraiser site that's called Give, Send, Go, and to try to raise money for the domestic, like he is a domestic terrorist legal offense. They're trying to raise money for his legal offense. Now, I want you to look at the wording. Bravely tried to save his community. He don't even live in that community. Bravely start with that. Number 2, whoever this group is are trying to perpetuate that he was doing it for our rights. I don't know whose rights he's a part of because I know I'm black. He ain't got nothing to do with my rights. So
You were
I
in
need
his
you guys.
crosshairs.
Yeah,
That was in his crosshairs. He left his home, helped by his mother.
He was driven by his mother. What mama does that?
we need you guys to really pay attention. We definitely looking forward to the Kamala Harris. I'm gonna give you guys information on that as we have a watch party and a Twitter party for that. But I need you guys to pay very close attention to the wording that is being used up until this election. There is no reason to say this man was brave. There's no reason to say this man was protecting anybody. There's no reason to say this man was assaulted and he was fearing for his life. And there's no reason for whoever this group is to be raising that type of money for a domestic terrorist, because that's what he is. Clearly. I said it. That was it.
Now they're paying domestic terrorists, brother, but this ain't a surprise. The last guy that went in and shot the people down in South Carolina in the church got a trip to Burger King. So it always happens. You know, he's the next generation's new patriot. That's part of the new patriotism for races.
Right.
You know, it's like it's a gang war, you know. So that's what it's come down to.
Because I guarantee you the other way around, there is no group putting up 500K for a black man. I'll tell you that, if it was the other way around. And it wouldn't be bravery, it would be attack. It would be, the keywords would be black man attacked. Okay. So y'all got to be very aware.
Different narrative. There ain't no doubt about it. Just run down the street, period. You ain't got to have a gun at all. Come on. You have to have a gun at all. 2 to the back. You have to have a gun at all. 8.46 seconds, 8 minutes, 0.46 seconds to the neck. Held down. No gun.
No gun.
You got gun, never got shot. Kills 2 people.
Oh, walk to the car. You get 7 in the back for just walking to the car. Like just walk to the car. Okay. All right. And don't go jogging. Oh my God. Please, let's not go jogging.
Oh, they bring the video, the execution squad. Video.
Well, we need y'all to pay attention, people. We need y'all really to pay attention. We can't, still say, even do anything when one of them intends to follow an order. And Iris Baker made the comment, these sites need to be taken down. They are trying to raise money for someone that has committed a crime. You're absolutely right. Now Munson made this statement yesterday.
Comment. What was the comment? Let me
sites need to be taken down when they're trying to raise money for someone that has committed a crime. And Munson made these shields.
No. She said it, but who regulates whether or not sites are taken down?
obviously the owners of the social media platforms. I mean, they're all making statements, but these groups aren't new. And artificial intelligence has to be able to, if they're anti-racist, it would be there. But the collection, the methodology of how they raise money, that's the problem. The problem is that people are raising money through a lot of platforms and literally they know it. So it's not just the social media platform, it's who they raise the money through. It's what bank took the money. Which bank took that racist 500,000 money? And like Harold Lamont says, it's open season in their minds. So you got to trace the money and the actual individuals who are giving them the ability to raise the money. What bank did that money go into?
And also thinking about it in this fact, if Instagram can flag you instantly, you post anything that is violation of their laws, instantly you get flagged. Now why doesn't that happen when it comes to Facebook? Why doesn't that happen when it comes to TikTok? All these other social sites. I think Munson brought up the point yesterday. There's no key. Facebook should know what the keywords are. There's no reason that Zuckerberg should not know these are the keywords that we need to make sure that we ban, disconnect, throw away, whatever like that. So for whatever platform that's collecting, first of all, you know what? I'm gonna do my research, Munson. I'm gonna find out what platform is actually allowing that, because I do not think it's GoFundMe, but I'm gonna check to see what platform is allowing that, and then follow that trail. Because you're right, from that point to the bank to who's collecting it, that whole system need to be shut down ASAP.
You know, a lot of people. I mean, it's a lot of issues and with that, and people are having to get and understand that it's not going to continue. We're not going to take our eyes off of it. We understand it. Just seeing Mitch McConnell say anything about white supremacy and then know that Breonna Taylor took place in his backyard didn't even make sense. It didn't even sound logical.
Facebook pick and choose what they let you post. Wait, what D say? Girl, D, go ahead. D said, as soon as I cuss a Karen out there on me. Yes. Okay.
And that's what it is. Gives and go make the login. Okay, so just did a quick research. So before we move on, so apparently this platform that's funding this is supported by, because I want to make sure you guys, oh man, I cannot believe, you know what? I'm gonna have to bring this up tomorrow. I cannot believe what I'm just looking at.
What is that?
Well, literally, they have the website has people that they're raising money for. All these people that they're raising money for, and I don't want to miscalculate. It looks as if these people are a part of certain alt-right groups that they're raising money for. So the Give, Send, Go is the number one free Christian crowdfunding site, funding those who have been misled, misrepresented, and misunderstood. What?
Oh,
To be misunderstood with a assault rifle. Last time I checked, I don't know what street you live on, but I live on a street where if it's an assault rifle and he walking down the street, there's nothing misunderstood about that. Portia, what you got?
Y'all, it is fall. Fall is one of my favorite seasons for fashion. It's that mix between summer, of course, fall, boots, I'm from California, so I still wear sandals. I wear flip-flops all year round. So what? Sue me. But Serena, just want to clap for her. Come through, Serena. She is Stuart Weitzman's global ambassador for their 2020 campaign. And I just want to say she looks amazing. You guys see her in this white, and she was actually styled by a Black fashion designer. The fashion designer's name is Gabriella Carifa Johnson in the white. I was still looking for who styled her in the Black, but the white was a spring campaign. It came out in May. And like I said, she was styled by a Black designer, fashion director of Garage Magazine. Her name is Gabriella Carifa Johnson. But when I say my girl looks flawless, okay? Y'all see those boots that she's rocking? That's for the fall campaign in the Black. And then those white boots are still on trend. I do have a pair. I did buy some late last year. So, but they are amazing. And she looks amazing. So shout out to Serena. She rocked that dang shoot. And so they did say that the shoot, the fall shoot was done in an outdoor space. They were social distancing. They made sure that everyone was far apart. And I mean, they got an amazing shot. They got several amazing shots. So what y'all think? Ain't she fine? She look fine.
Oh my God.
I might have to recreate that. I don't know about my legs though. I need to get back in the gym. What we gonna do about this gym thing, y'all?
What are you gonna do? We've been working out. What are you gonna do?
Y'all not going to the gym? I don't know if I want to go back to the gym, but that's where I was the most consistent. We can't hear you, Munson.
Maybe you should buy a treadmill. Maybe you should just buy a treadmill. I mean, it is not about, you're way too super intelligent to imagine that you're going to go in the gym and play that game knowing that you're in Detroit.
Listen, here's the thing. I was the most consistent in the gym. Like I would take this is when outside was open, right? But I would take
the boys, Romeo's face.
Whatever. I would take the boys to school and I would not pass go. I would go directly to the gym. Like that was my routine. I would wake up, take them to school at the gym before 9 o'clock most days, get it in until about 11, noon if I felt like it. What you laughing at?
He is all the way laughing.
You expect me to believe that you did the gym from 8 to 12.
Well, I would rest. I mean, the gym was like my sanctuary, right? So if I had some stuff to do in terms of work, I would sit in the cafe, I would knock my workout, then I would go actually work out. But the gym was where I can do everything. I worked on my legs, I worked on my arms, I worked on my cardio, I worked on everything. And I can't necessarily do that walking. Like, I mean, I guess I can do the weights, but how do I get the weight, the stuff on my legs to look like Serena's? Because I was there. Let me tell y'all something. We could pull out a picture.
Hold on. When you say Serena now, let's be for real. Baby been at it a long time, and she's a GOAT. She is a GOAT.
Okay, I'm not
greatest of all time.
That far, but I was there in February, like the beginning of March. Like I looked good, my legs were sculpted, like it was there, and then the world just closed, and I was like, well, what the hell?
You bought that subscription to that potato chip, so I mean,
No, I didn't.
I mean, COVID got everything delivered, and it's the worst when you're trying to get something delivered and you say, okay, I got all the stuff that's green. Then all of a sudden you start going through the snack aisle.
I wish we can't hear you.
She muted herself.
Definitely gotta see this proof. You know what? I ain't gonna count you out. I'm gonna say we gotta see this proof. At least I know Munson gets up every morning and run. I can see it. I gotta see this action. I'm not gonna believe 3 hours in the gym. I'm not gonna believe that one.
No. But yeah,
She used to park there. But I think what I'm working to share with let's not, the worst trauma is reliving an experience you're never going to have. It sounds like a cocaine addict. I'm trying to get back to that new high. I'm trying to get to that feeling. It's over, love. We've got to move to a place where we are self-sufficient.
That's what I'm saying. What do I do? Like, I can go.
I think there are lots of things. You can turn on your Comcast. There are tons of videos.
I need to get my legs right. I used to work.
I think what we'll do, Romeo, here's the challenge. We'll bring 5 to 6, because obviously we've got to talk about breast cancer during Breast Cancer Month. Well, why don't we bring some trainers on? We're going to Peace and Purpose. Obviously, trainers are part of Peace and Purpose. And we'll figure out, how do you get your legs right? All of this while in COVID.
Taru said, show the legs. Taru said, if you real about it, show the legs.
Yeah, okay, Terrell, I got you.
Terrell went old school, show and tell. That's that Midwest. Show me. Come on, Chi-Town, show me. Yeah, that's what he said.
I'm gonna show you real soon. Get this trainer going.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody. You're watching Rolling Out AM, Romeo International, Portia Monique. We've got Christina Steed.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you guys?
Wonderful. How are you?
It's October 1st. It's Chicago. It's fall weather. Yes, we need to continue working out, as you all were talking about. So, need to switch up my workout game for the winter.
Yes. So, what's yours? I need to work on my legs, Christina. What do I do?
Squats, lunges, walking. Squats, lunges, walking.
What?
Push-ups are total body.
I got the walking down pat. Y'all know I had that little knee injury. I did though. Y'all remember that? I was at the concert and I was trying to be cute and was walking around with my heels and was limping.
And sequence.
I had sequence on.
Every excuse why she can't. So I'm not gonna fall for
it hurts my knee for real. Sometimes I'm not learning. Anyway, we got a guest. What's going on, Christina?
Well, I was joking on my social medias because, I've been like Lucille Ball from the Lucy Show, like, Ricky, when can I be on the show? And now I'm on the show and I'm talking about something very important to me, which is the work that I do as vice chair of the Chicago State Foundation. So they are hosting their first virtual gala this Friday, October 2nd. And because it's virtual, people around the country can support this wonderful institution. So Chicago State, right on the south side of Chicago, has a little over 2,000 students. And this year, guys, their freshman class, they gave them free tuition, free books, free access to Wi-Fi, free health and wellness resources, because they don't want the students coming into this experience laden with debt. I think a lot of us understand if we've gone through college and had to take out loans and are still paying those loans after school, they wanted to set the freshmen up for success. And so this first Gen Scholarship Gala that's taking place this Friday, October 2nd at 7 o'clock Central Standard. You can register if you want to support at csf.givesmart.com and join us. It's free to register. It's free to RSVP. So, please definitely check it out. I will be co-hosting along with Ramonski Love, who's one of our beloved on-air radio personalities. And then we got an after party going with a DJ, Romeo. We got DJ Vince Adams, who is the dopest in Chicago, who will be DJing for the after party. And we have some great people who are supporting this event. So I just wanted to talk about the great stuff that's going on at Chicago State.
I got a question, because this always hits me like during these times. How do you guys go about, motivating and getting freshmen excited? Because lately it's been feeling like, they've been pulled away from the experience of, going to campus and moving in. They've been pulled away from the experience of, that first day, second day in class. Like, how do you guys go about keeping them motivated on staying on task?
Yeah, so I think the university is doing a great job of connecting the students with each other. In Illinois, we have actually had kind of a better response to the COVID-19 pandemic. So some students are on campus, some students are doing remote learning. And I think it's kind of thinking about these traditions that we think college is supposed to be, but really focusing on the fact that you're getting this great education and access to education that's going to set you up for success in life. So really like shifting the focus and reframing it. And so I think through those health and wellness services and really just trying to talk to the students, I think that's a key part in trying to remind them of why we're getting this education.
I like that. And I think it's dope that you're actually adding the health and wellness, because I think a lot of people forget that, because the focus has been so much on, people and their jobs, but don't think for 2 seconds that these freshmen, sophomore, seniors, like they're stressed, they worried.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of them are first generation, right? So first generation, if you haven't grown up in a house where somebody could tell you what to expect at college, you're going into it with, whatever knowledge either you've picked up from media or your peers. So it is very important to set our students up for success in events like this gala. We're raising money to help take at least the financial burden off of the students, right? So they don't have to worry about that, because that's a worry, staying in school, being able to, afford fees and tuition and things like that, and matriculating through and actually graduating, right? Because the rates of graduation from these institutions of higher learning are going down. So we want to make sure our students are going through the process and graduating.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Now I want to get into this gala. It stopped for a minute, y'all. Y'all know they mowing the lawn. It's October. Anyway, so I want to get into this gala. So of course it's going to be a virtual experience, but tell us more about it. Like, are you guys getting dressed up? Like, how is it going to flow?
Yeah, so Portia,
you guys, you got to make sure Portia is there, because she likes sequins. So make sure she gets her ticket.
Everybody.
Yes. Yeah, so everyone can join virtually from their couch. Put on your jewels, be jeweled, put on your sequins, put on your satin, and act like we're going to a gala, right? So I will actually be in studio. I will put my nice dress on because I haven't been able to do that for the past 6 months. So I want to put a nice little heel and shoe on, and we're going to have some surprise guests. We're going to be honoring some folks from the Chicago community. So we're really going to go all out for this. And actually, we have a VIP experience, which folks had to RSVP for, but we have a local Black-owned caterer who is going to be serving those who signed up for this VIP experience a dinner for 2 with a bottle of champagne, and we got a DJ coming on after for the after party. So it's gonna be lit from a virtual standpoint.
I love it, love it, love it. Now, who's joining you in the studio? Are people actually coming to be honored, or are they like?
No. So it's going to be, it's limited because we're practicing social distancing. Mayor Lori Lightfoot don't play. So we are going to be following all of the social distancing because we don't want our numbers to go up. So it will be limited people, but the folks who are being honored are really, really titans in the Chicago community who have done so much for education, for Chicago as a city. And y'all know I rep my city. I love Chicago. Atlanta is dope, and my husband is Atlanta's other mayor. But I really, really appreciate the work that is being done at Chicago State University and by the foundation. Shout out to Executive Director Darius Hillman. Shout out to the president of Chicago State, Z. Scott, who is doing phenomenal work. And when I think about legacy, education is a huge part of that, right? I loved my college experience. I went to 2 Big 10, Big 12 schools, and education just really put me on a great path. And so we want to make sure that our next generation of freshmen, our next generation of folks who are going to school, because not everyone at Chicago State is 18 to 22, right? We have at all ages folks going back to get their education so they can improve the quality of their life. And so we're super proud of the work that we're doing there.
Now tell us, where can we find our information again, one more time? And if we want to attend, how do we attend?
Yes.
My sequence. Okay.
Come on, Portia. Come on with the red lip. Yes. So please register. You can RSVP for free at csf.givesmart.com. So csf.givesmart.com, and it's a free RSVP, and we're going to be, have a lot of surprises going on during the event. And again, if you want to learn more about Chicago State, please visit csu.org to learn more about Chicago State as a school. We are considered an HBCU in the sense because it is a majority Black and brown college, right? So we have about 10% of our students are Latinx. A good majority of our students are Black students. And so for the Midwest, or for Illinois, we are considered a majority Black and brown school. So you are supporting folks in this community directly with your support of this event.
Well, first of all, Chicago, all right. Y'all all right. Y'all all
right.
Probably number 3, but y'all all right.
Number 3. Wait, hold on. We got a whole lake. We got a whole. We done created the first Black president, senators, Black mayors. Come on now, we are dope.
Let me.
Chicago's dope. We was talking about that the other day. We interviewed Rhonda Jones. She played Portia on Empire, and she lives in Chicago. We was talking about that. Yeah. Chicago is. What's your face doing, Mustard?
I was really getting ready to pivot because I wanted her to talk about everybody was talking about, Romeo was asking. That's obviously, right. Chicago probably is the best city in the country, minus the snow, and Atlanta would be the number 1 city in the country with a body of water in the center, clearly. And number 3 is probably still my favorite, D-Town, because I love the soul of my people. I mean, there's no doubt when you go through the city. But we were talking about Charlamagne the God and Gun Club. So I want to shout out the Gun Club. What's the name of the Gun Club?
Ladies of Steel Gun Club here in Chicago. Javonda Lynn Dunnigan, she does a great job educating people, right? Because a lot of people want to go grab their piece and don't want to have the education. And she does a great job educating people. Black-owned, woman-owned business, certified here in Chicago.
Ladies of Steel, everybody. We're going to get Javonda on the morning show. We want to talk about this. Your second rights, and I was sharing with them that she has both a male and a female club, and they actually still meet, and you can join virtually. But I wanted everybody to understand that you do need to have some idea of what you're doing when you pick up a piece. You want to have some insurance, you want to know the laws, and you want to be able to know that you are prepared. If you're stopped, the training, the camaraderie, but the education and the information is what empowers you with your piece.
Yes. Education, that's what I'm hammering home this morning, from Chicago State to being members of a gun club.
So the question came up, and it was trending socially because of what happened with the election. And then, when people saw the terrorists, when people saw them funding him, the young man who shot the 2 people, the young man. So the question came up, I don't know why it was Black women, but they said, at this point in state in the country, should Black women begin purchasing guns? And it was a toss up. So it came to that, because even, I'll be honest, even my mom asked me, she was like, hey, my mom said this to me 2 days ago. I need you to go and get a license and start training. And then I never heard that before, ever. Mm-hmm. So my question to you is, do you think we're at a state where it's just upside down and everybody should?
So I don't think it's upside down. I do think people should exercise their 2A right? So you have the right to have access to arms. And I think the way the media portrays it is you think it's just about white guys with a whole bunch of guns going to the range all the time, when it's not that. There is a community across the country. There's actually a national association of African Americans who are gun owners. So knowing and being educated, like Munson said, having the insurance around it. I have concealed carry. I've had a FOID card, firearms card. You have to have in Illinois since I was 18. And we as a group, Ladies of Steel, we go to the range, we practice, we have marksman's expertise in terms of the practice. So I don't think it's upside down to want to protect yourself. And if you know your history, you know the history of your ancestors, they were very about having protection and protecting the neighborhoods and having firearm ownership. So
shout out Lovecraft. They brought the whole idea of the community, who toted the guns, how you move the guns, how the community had to protect itself from the hooded guys that come through. Lovecraft clearly is kind of illustrating our role, ownership, position. So definitely get educated. And the Ladies of Steel, Romeo, give a lot of that.
Yeah. So
that's interesting. So producer Ashley, she has her license to carry. I don't. And for me, it was always an apprehension because I was a single mom. I was in a home with 2 young boys, and I just didn't want to add that element to anything. So I just didn't do it. Now that they're older, I feel more inclined to go ahead and get it, especially with the state of the nation and everything that's going on. But when I was younger and the boys was young, I was just like, I didn't want to. I was fearful of it. I was definitely fearful.
And what I will say is, so the founder of the Ladies of Steel has a similar story. She started out in terms of having a fear of guns because we don't know. So we're fearful of what we don't know. But once we have the education, once we know if we do have small children in the home, how to lock up a gun, how to educate them and know, yes, we are in a home that has a gun, what you need to not touch, and here's why. Or some people are training their young children, right? They're taking them to the range so they are not afraid and they don't have this perception of what it means to be a gun owner, what we're fed in media. So, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with being a gun owner. And once you know it and have the education, it will satiate that fear. So I would encourage people to learn more about it.
Yeah, you bring up a great point. That's definitely something that we were talking about this over the summer, being in the house and quarantine and all of that. But that's definitely something that we were talking about because now the boys want to go to the range. Now they want to see, hold a gun and shoot it and do all of this and all of that. So that's a great point. I think I'm going to make an appointment. I think I'm going to take both of them. And in the process, I'm going to learn too. And
you can join the Ladies of Steel because we're virtual now. We have folks from outside of Illinois, so feel free to join.
Hey, send Ashley information so we can make sure that she comes on, the president of Ladies of Steel, because we want the community to really understand this moment, that this is a moment that you have, just like our forefathers, they were prepared. There are many things, if you're educating yourself at this moment, that you need to begin to do again. Have your entire family protected.
I'm trying to remember this point before I forget. But Ms. Steve, you made a great point. I think on my end, to piggyback Portia, it was I didn't want to own one because I didn't want to become, quote unquote, a part of the problem, the overall problem. But I will go on YouTube and I have seen Caucasian males teaching their kids 5, 6, 7. Like I'm watching the videos of kids shooting assault rifles, and I'm like, oh, is this normal? Like I'm watching what you said, so you're absolutely right on that point.
And we have to protect ourselves and our families. And if you know that many individuals are doing that, you have to be prepared for this moment. You don't know what it is, whether it's intruder, whether it's people going bananas. You want your family to be protected, and it's your right. You have the right. Exercising your right is not an issue. And we need to remove the fear concept. Things you don't know about, remove the fear, educate ourselves. Even in the pandemic, this is definitely that moment for us to increase our knowledge.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I think don't operate from a space of fear. Don't operate from, oh, the sky is falling and, there's going to be this mass thing. It's more so, I have this right and I'm going to exercise this right and I'm going to educate myself so I am prepared. It's about being prepared.
Understood.
Okay, so producer Ashley Iris Baker was asking if we can put the information to register in the chat for Ladies of Steel. So yeah, we'll do that on Facebook too.
Oh, we got a question for you, Miss D. D Shield wants to know: do we need a knife certificate? Do you need?
D, stop.
So what I will say is I don't think you need a knife certificate, but you can have protection for any type of weapon that you would wield through organizations like the USCCA. So I have my insurance through to be a gun owner through USCCA, and it protects me from anything that would happen with a weapon, because what people don't realize is, let's say somebody breaks in your house and they are unsuccessful in trying to steal from you. People break in people's houses, they sue people after they've broken in the houses if you've harmed them. And so to have insurance against a situation like that, that is what the USCCA is for. The NRA used to have that insurance, but but organizations like the USCCA protect you.
Tell people what the USCCA is, what it stands for.
United States Concealed Carry Association.
Right.
So it is a national association. A lot of gun owners are members of, and they provide protection and insurance for you in the case of, anything happening in a situation where you are unfortunately have to use your gun to protect yourself, because it's not just you shoot the bad guy and that's it. The police show up, they do an investigation, they take your firearm from you, they have to figure out what happened, right? So the insurance protects you in that situation if you hire a lawyer, because who wants to pay out of pocket for that. So there's a lot of things to consider, but when you're a member of clubs like the Ladies of Steel or other Black clubs, you learn this stuff, so you're not fearful of should this happen to you.
Man, look at all this education this morning. I'm about to go to school, get some art, and get ready.
Join the club. All you gotta do is join the club, because they got Men of Steel.
Yeah.
They got the Men of Steel club, Romeo. So they got the Men of Steel. The Ladies of Steel and the Men of Steel. And we'll have her on. She's a great lady. It's real important. And it's culturally relevant. It's it's a Black business owner. It's a Black female CEO. Big ups to Black female CEOs today. Hey, D Shields, Shirley Carter, we appreciate you all. Thanks so much, Christina Steve.
Thank you.
Using all her skills for protection. Girl, you funny. But she did say she's gonna join the club, Christina. So.
Okay, awesome. Well, I appreciate rolling out. Congratulations on you guys' recent conference. That was wonderful. I know there was a lot of hard work that went into that. And thanks for having me on to talk about Chicago State Foundation and the gala. That's this Friday, October 2nd, virtually. So please join us for that.
Right, and the website to join is csf.givefree.com. And I'm going to
one more time up, Ashley.
csf.givesmart.com.
I got it wrong. GiveSmart.com.
Yeah. csf.givesmart.com. Yes, thanks, Ashley. Right there.
All these.
All right.
You up there, Gala co-host? Wonderful. GiveSmart.com. csf.givesmart.com.
Yes. Yeah. Awesome. We'll hope to see you guys in the virtual universe.
I'm gonna be there with my sequence on. Munson is trying to talk about me, but I'm gonna be there with my sequence.
I think it's all fashionable. I think we've got to enter the virtual world. Why would you be there in a t-shirt when you can actually enjoy it? This is where we are. So we all want to be at the gala with your whole sequence, with your whole hat, enjoying the whole idea of being virtual. That's what it's about.
You said show the leg, stop playing.
Taru is on you today, Portia.
I'm getting them right.
But you got to know, is Taru going to the gala is the question.
Right, Taru, you going to the gala?
Yeah, Taru, and come pull out your big money and contribute to the foundation. Thank you so much.
Pull out that big money. That's the word of the day, big money. Pull out that big money. All right, Christina, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll be there with my sequence on. The only way that I'm not is if I can't fit my sequence no more.
Now see, Romeo, if we said that,
Right.
if we said that,
You would have been attacked.
I'm being truthful. I haven't tried my sequence on in over a year.
if we said that, if we were the ones talking about that,
We would have been attacked.
we've
We
been
would've
attacked.
Get these legs right, y'all. Okay, what else we got on my report before our next guest comes? Taru talking about he gonna be there. You better be there with that big money. That's what we talking about.
No, they checking the list twice over there. They checking the list twice, Drew. But I'm with Romeo. You definitely need to get your training. Everybody needs to know their second rights and definitely join a club so you know what's happening. And we should just bring some community leaders on. Let's also find that rep that was in Michigan, Portia, so we can talk about it and have her group back on so everybody can know their rights, because this is a movement.
Yeah.
You're right. As a matter of fact, I'm a hashtag that on our social today. Know your rights, because a lot of y'all do not even know your basic. Do you even know your basic amendment rights? Half of y'all can't even spit them out 1 through 5. So definitely know your rights. Think of Portia. Portia, you know your rights?
What are they?
I'm asking you. Do you know?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just know freedom of speech. I start with that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to do my own homework.
Mm.
Shout out to everybody on Facebook though. Shelby Williams, we see you. John Watson, we see you. Ashley, who's that? Ashley West? I think that's Ashley West. We see you.
Shout out to Ashley West. Why you gotta be so loud? Shout out to Ashley West. Okay.
Yeah, Harold DeMott said he went and got his concealed carry, so everybody understand that it is a movement. It is a movement and a moment.
My kids have been asking now, like, Mom, I want to go to the gun range. I want to go to the gun range. And I'm still like, I still have that bit of fear that I'm like, But after listening to Christina, I think I'm going to join the Women of Steel.
Right. And I'm with you, Portia. I don't think it was
Ladies of Steel, just
it was
for those who are listening.
Ladies of Steel. I'm getting.
No, I'm just saying share. It's Men of Steel too, but I just wanted to share. So if somebody was trying to find it and looking it up.
Ladies of Steel.
Yeah, Ashley can look it up so we can give the website.
I have great family members who have permits to carry, right? But I think once growing up, in Chicago, Atlanta, there was always the one dude in the crew who had a gun who should not have had a gun. But it became like a regular thing. It never became illegal or doing it the right way. I think that's what happened. It never became doing it the right way. It was just, hey, so and so got a gun, yeah. So let's do things the right way, people.
When I was a single mom in the house with the boys, I don't know if it's that thing where you automatically attract the things that you see, right? So I've always seen on the news, such and such little boy got a hold of a gun and he shot his brother. So I was just like, I'm good. Like, to even avoid all of that, I'm not doing any of it, right?
They just fight each other. That'd be better. Everybody survive.
Fight it out. Go ahead. Shut up. Just don't bother me, right? But I didn't want to be the cause of something like that going on in my home. So I was just like, I'm good.
It's a nightmare for life. Yeah.
Right. So I was just like, I'm good on that. But now I'm like, okay, y'all a little bit more responsible. And y'all need to protect your mama now.
So who out there is going to get this? Tell us about if you've gone to get us and kill carry, or if you've gone actually to purchase a gun recently. What's your experience? What's it like? And what did you buy? Let us know. We're welcome.
I hope I'm not getting your name wrong, sir. Why Ross or why I Roos? I'm seeing an uptick in black gun owners, which is great, but at the same time, I'm seeing way too many accidental shootings in black gun owners' homes with small children. Going to report. To my gun owners, you must practice safe handling and storing of firearms. We should constantly remind each other to be safe with firearms be responsible, never omit safety with your firearm. So I guess that was to Portia's point about this home safety.
You know, the one thing we can do is have a lab portion on gun ownership. We can actually do a ride lab about gun ownership, knowing your rights, bringing it on, and do it as a ride lab. That'd be great. Like on a Saturday, let everybody just understand what it is in the next week or two.
Okay.
That way we can bring that forward, talk about it, and actually bring some young people, Romeo, to your point, so we can make it a family, so we can talk about what it is.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
When Ty was on, this was maybe several weeks ago, Ty was on and Amir and her were discussing Ty having a gun, purchasing a pretty gun, right? So they got the ones with the sparkles, the glitter, the decals and all of that. And so I was like, okay, there are some cute ones, pink, purple, all of that.
So I actually had a problem with that portion. I really, because if I'm going to Munson's point, if we're taking it serious, I don't think it should be a fashion statement. I don't think it should be.
If I want to bejewel and bedazzle my gun and feel okay about it, that's what I'm gonna do.
You showing it,
and it's marketing. I mean, one of the things is why are all guns black? I mean, literally, there's a level of sexism in all of those things. And
Tiffany blue.
all right, we got guests. You're watching Rolling Out AM with Romeo International, Portia Monique.
Good morning. Good morning. Troy, you are on mute.
All righty, let me take that off. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
I like that background, Troy. I like that background. Oh, I don't know. I like that too, man.
Well, they're art owners, they're gallery owners. Zuccotti gallery owners are in the building. But how do you pronounce your name? Is it Onaje?
Onaje.
Onaje. Can we get you to turn your camera?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, one more time. Onaje.
Yes.
Okay, welcome. We have Troy Taylor and Onaje Henderson of Zuccotti Gallery in the building today. They are going to tell us about their gallery, talk about operating under COVID-19, and the normalization of collecting art, especially for our community. So welcome, gentlemen, and please introduce yourselves to the AM Wake Up Call.
Thank you. Go ahead, Onaje. Go ahead.
Hey, my name is Onaje Henderson. I'm a partner at Zuccotti Gallery. It's three of us, my brother Omari Henderson and Troy Taylor. And our goal in all of this is to, let me just say this. Zuccotti Gallery has been around for about a little over 10 years now. We specialize in original works by living African-American artists.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm Troy Taylor. I'm the other part of the, we call ourselves the Art Brothers with Omari and Onaje. And so we the proprietors of Zuccotti Gallery. As Onaje mentioned, we've been around 10 years, and we view ourselves as being the custodians of culture. So we want to talk about collecting art, not only because it looks beautiful in your home, but as a social responsibility from the standpoint of collecting or being custodians of our culture.
I love it. Romeo.
All right, fellas. So first of all, do y'all need my address now for what y'all gonna send me? For
No mind.
Yeah, I noticed your wall is blank, so we need to fix that.
I'll send y'all the address. Let me ask you this: when did because this I was actually intrigued. The first time I actually fell in love with art and started liking art, I was at an event, and it was a hip hop and art event. And you remember the song, the Jay-Z song Picasso?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as the DJ was DJing, they had these virtual Picassos on these television screens surrounding it, and I was like, "Oh man, this is super dope." So it got me into it. My question to the two of you guys is like, how do you go about making this cool? Like for the younger in the millennial generation, like I found my way to fall in love with it, but how do you go about getting to that base and teaching them and educating them?
I think everybody naturally has, like you said, is a natural interest anyway. I think what happens is a lot of times we're just never around it. If you think about it, like how many galleries do you actually just go visit, or how many museums do you go visit that are just that you're not made to go to, right? So for us, it's more about creating spaces where we already feel comfortable. And you ask yourself why you don't necessarily do that in the past is because a lot of times you go into spaces, there's nothing in there that even looks like us. So it's not our stories. We're not on the walls. So the interest kind of comes also in the fact that you see, like, we do this too. And matter of fact, we've been doing it longer than anybody else. And so the idea behind it is that our goal in this is to normalize it to a space where we feel comfortable, because in regards to purchasing work, we purchase things of equal value now. And so it's more about getting in front of them. Like the one thing about us is that, as African Americans, we set many a trend, right? So a lot of times we set the trend, we don't monetize the trend. So what happens is we create something, a style or something like that, then they sell it back to us and we buy it. And so we will make things hot. Right. And so I think the thing about it is the ownership of that and realizing that, and then being able to then say, okay, I like this because I like it. It's dope. And so a lot of times when people come to the space, they'll say stuff like, yo, this is, use a word, dope. And then, and what they'll do is they'll look around, they'll say, well, I can buy this. And so what happens is a lot of times we're not collecting, not because we don't have an interest, it's because A, exposure, and B, we're not educated about it. So we do both.
Right.
Right, and for me, I'll liken back to something I heard Portia say in terms of putting the bedazzles on her gun. As Black people, and Onaji talks about, we tend to be the Lowry seasoning sauce on things. And so we want to spice up things. We don't just like it the plain old way. But with respect to collecting art, for me, I started collecting, I think I was on my way to college and I had a summer job for graphic design. And I said, oh, these things look pretty interesting. And I remember collecting a poster, and on there, I was on my way to college and it said, poverty sucks. And I said to myself, you know what? Not that I was coming out of poverty, but it really meant something to me that I was going to school to get an education, to do something to enhance not just my life, but the life of my family. And so that's kind of, I think, one of the linchpins that hit me. From a collecting standpoint, it got, for me, it matured beyond, oh, this looks nice, it matches my couch, to, I talk about that social responsibility. Because when you look at artists tend to create things that are reflective of an event going on at the time they create the piece. Right now, there's a lot of artwork being created around Black Lives Matter. There's a lot of artwork being created around social injustice and so on. And so it's basically capturing a moment in history. And as a collector, my responsibility is to take that piece and set it on its course into the future, because it'll last hundreds of years past me, to let future generations know that we were here and what this was all about. Art is the oldest form of communicating your history. The reason why we know cavemen ate deer and antelope is because they painted it on the caves. And so for me, there's a whole bunch of, hey, as a custodian of culture, I want future generations to know about what was going on today. And so that's why I collect and I pass on that artwork for generations upon generations. So I think, being part of that is actually pretty cool, just to know that I had a part in letting people know in 100 years from now that there was a Black Lives Matter movement going on, or there was a social injustice movement going on, or there was a global warming or climate change issue going on. I think that's pretty cool to say that, hey, I did my part in letting the future know that I was here. Because if they don't know that I was here, then what was the purpose?
Right. I totally understand that. Now, Zuccotti Gallery is the largest African-American owned fine art gallery in the Southeast, and it's located in the Castleberry Hill district of Atlanta. Now, tell me this, are you guys open during this COVID season? How have you been operating and allowing people to view your art?
We're currently by appointment only. So what we do, we require masks and all that good stuff, but we want to make sure is that what we found is that we kind of changed the gallery up a little bit to where it kind of operates more like a boutique, if you will. So a lot of times when people call in, setting appointments, we'll ask the type of work they're interested in, what do they like? And so we can go actually pull more work, because we have a storage facility on 14th Street. So we'll go pull more work. And so we can then cater the experience to each client. Because the idea of shopping for art is also really important, right? So how do we normalize to a place where you say, I need to go buy a couch. I need to go, buy a TV, and now I need to put something on my wall.
Yeah.
And so to normalize it that way too, it becomes part of this common conversation now. And so we cater to that. And in art in general is considered one of the ultimate luxuries in the space, right? So a lot of times it's the things you put in last, but it means so much to a home.
Mm-hmm.
And so we also walk through that entire experience, including our installers come out and installing the work for you.
Right. And along with that, we also do something that Onaji and Omari created. It's called an art tasting, and we'll figure out how to do this post-COVID. But what we used to do is have people come in, and we would hold a session around collecting fine arts. We'd have an artist there, we would have a collector there, we would have a businessman there, because there's a business side of collecting art. And we never tell people what to collect, but we tell them how to go about collecting, making sure that the art piece has a provenance with it. It's almost like the birth certificate, making sure they're using good quality materials. Because at the end of the day, we help a lot of collectors, from corporate CEOs down to guys and gals just getting out of college, help them from the standpoint of what you hang on your walls is a reflection of you. And so if we help you curate, who am I, what are my beliefs, what do I want people to know about me? To me, you can use art in your space, whether it be your home or your office or whatever, to talk about, hey, that's me. This piece behind me has a certain, it resonates with me. So that tells a story about me and something in my life. There's another piece that hangs on a wall. Remember, we were at an event where one woman walked by and said it just reminded her of her grandmother. She was in her ball gown, her husband was in his tuxedo, and she would not go to the event unless her husband bought that piece, because it just reminded her of her grandmother. So what we encourage people to do is to develop a relationship with the piece beyond the colors and the landscape or the scenery, such that, again, it reflects who you are and tells your story and tells the things that you're interested in.
I love it. I love it. I definitely love it. Now, Anaje, that's it.
Onaji, that's it.
You touched on the normalization of collecting art. How do we normalize it? And how do we get people interested? I do like that wine tasting. When I come to Atlanta, I'm gonna have to schedule. I'm not a wine tasting. I'm
art tasting.
We serve wine too, so
Yeah.
Wine.
There's always wine. There's always wine.
So how do we normalize collecting art?
I think, part of it is that, number one, we all hang things up on our walls. And I think, honestly, culturally, if you think about it, even generations before, we always had something up. I think we're one of the first or second generations to actually be able to now make investments in things a little bit more freely, as a lot of first, second generation able to do that financially. So what happens with that is that when I look at clients, I had a client come in, for example, I always tell this story. She came in, looked around, she said, "Ooh, this work is expensive." And I looked at her and I laughed. She said, "Why are you laughing?" I said, "You have on a $4,000 handbag." And the piece was less than half of that. But my point to her was that you're already spending this money. I'm not saying don't buy the things that you love already. I'm saying this now becomes part of that consideration as well. And so she looked down, she laughed. She said, "I have 3 more of these at home." And I never thought about it like that. For some reason in our minds, art was something completely separate, completely void. And so for me, it's like, okay, so you look nice out here, but what are you doing for yourself? What's at home? What's on your walls? And so I think part of it, number one, is getting over the piece or the perception of it being expensive, when honestly, you can get pieces in the gallery anywhere from about $750 now up to about $40,000 or $50,000. But there's something in there. There's a wide range of work that's there, and it will outlive all of us. And so the normalization comes from, number one, us being in the room, in the space. Number two, you feeling comfortable when you're in the space. So there is no issue of you not feeling comfortable asking questions and understanding what you're buying, why you're buying it. And then we also have a wide variety of work, so you can select work that fits who you are. So what we realize or recognize that through social media, so often we're told what to like. And this is one of those spaces now where people almost feel uncomfortable, because it's more like, what do I like as a person? Like not what my friends think, not what I read about, it's what do I like? And so that piece of it, we're bringing people back to that. And I think that's a good thing as well. So they can tell their story in their space.
Here's the very good part about the normalization part, because I'm with you. I'm with both of y'all. But in this era of social media, you kind of have to take the art and make it acceptable to the platform that everybody's accepting, right? You have to, like, there's this beautiful young lady who plays the harp, but she plays the harp in heels and shorts, and when she's dolled up. Yeah, you take the initiative that, oh, she's gorgeous, but you catch on to the fact that this Black woman plays the harp. Who plays the harp? I think to normalize it, you have to take art today. You have to make it socially acceptable. Like, oh man, that's dope. Oh man, I want this, and I'm just speaking for millennials and Generation Z. Oh, I want this in my video. Oh, I want this in my. And I hate simplifying it, but you have to simplify it for them to accept that I have a passion for it, because I don't even think they still teach it in high school. I know they don't.
It's funny you mention that, but that's part of our plan as well, because we also lease work for films. We lease work for we just did some work with BET recently on some other things. But I think the thing about it is that, so what happens is it gets seen out there, and then we have a great social media presence through Devin Taylor, our social media expert. And so what we're doing is we're growing that way as well, but also in the fact that we can speak to our peer and our peer groups that range anywhere between, 30 and 45, and they're also our mouthpiece as well. And so what happens is some of the best ways to sell work is through referral. Like, someone goes to your house and sees things up, and they're like, "Where'd you get that from?" A lot of that happens, especially for younger generations. If I see someone posted on Instagram a piece in their house, the first thing I'm asking, "Hey man, I like that. Where'd you get it from?" Right? And I'm asking it on social media, where everyone else sees that now as well. So we're really using social media also. I think the problem is a lot of times is that we want to make sure that we don't get so caught up in likes and lose the commerce piece either. Because so many people will concentrate just on, I have 1 million followers, but it's like, but you have no sales. And so we have to, it's this balance. It's this balance we have to find, because at the same time, we got to stay open. So we concentrate on a wide base. So our base may range from 25 to 85. So we figure out a way to talk to everyone.
Right. And then even from a public's perspective, or from a likes perspective, one of our artists, he just did the album cover for John Legend. That's an artist who we sell his work in our gallery all day long. He also did the cover for Rolling Stones. And so just making sure that people understand that art's not something you just buy and hide in your house. There's a whole lot of people out there, a whole lot of different genres where they're using the skills and the creativity of our artists to be part of it. Was it Loban, I think is the name? Onaji on one of the
Empire.
On Empire. Remember the pieces that we saw in Empire's office? Those pieces were done with old vinyl records. But those pieces, we sell those pieces. We sell the works of those artists. And so in some of the contemporary things that you're seeing on television and in the music scene, those things are being created by artists that are actually creating works that you can collect from us.
Now, before you guys get out of here, we definitely want to take a look at some of the art that you provided us. We're going to cue it up right now, just so that we can see. And I think this art definitely speaks to the time that we're in. Briefly describe this for us.
This is To Be Free by Jamal Barber. To Be Free is a piece where, you can you obviously see what's happening in that piece, but the idea of moving forward or persevering, even with the grip and the constant holding back, but still moving forward. The piece itself, though, what we talk about in the gallery is also how it was produced. This is linoleum cut. So they literally take a block of linoleum, carve out an image, and then press it on paper. So they create what is called an original print. And then he did work on top of that paper as well to create this piece. So it's a step-by-step process. And during art tastings, we walk you through how the pieces are also created. And a lot of times the artist is there to explain it to you also. Okay. So it's a lot of work.
And this next piece we have, of course, Vote.
Yes, yes. So this series, so we're working right now with the elections coming up and everything else. We really are looking at these opportunities to also express the importance of this. This piece is by Aaron Henderson. It was actually just completed last week, and the idea behind it is and this is this is somewhat looks to be to show the pride in voting in general, and it's called Me and Big Just Voted. And the idea behind it is that the number one, the importance of voting, but number two, the pride in it. And especially if you look at the closing, everything is suggested it's dated to more of when we could not vote, and the pride in voting and how we should still have that pride to this day.
I love it, love it, love it. Well, thank you, gentlemen, so much for coming on. We definitely appreciate you. We appreciate the art. We appreciate you helping us to normalize the collection of art. You guys are located in Atlanta. When I come down, because I am in Michigan, but when I come down, I'm definitely going to come for an art tasting because
we'd love to have you.
The address is 658. Oh, my fault.
Come on, Romeo, come on down and pick out what you like.
We'll see that invoice.
Don't forget that. Okay, guys, we definitely appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. And we'll be talking to you guys soon.
Thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, man. I'm going to put that on Portia bill, though. Let y'all
as long as it go through.
All right, guys.
Oh, man. Rolling out AM to wake up. Shout out to Twitter.
Oh, that's dope.
Everybody.
I mean, so listen, y'all, I'm becoming more and more of an artist each day. And I'm realizing it. Like, we can do that too. I can do that too. So anyway, I love it. I am going to start collecting, normalizing, creating my own. I am a creator. Just want to let y'all know. Anyway, is Mustard Steve coming back? Let's finish my report out, please. What else do we have?
Mustard Steve's right here. I don't know why you be calling me out. I've been right here waiting. You know, we like to keep it at 4. We had 4. Wasn't trying to make it 5.
You know what? I got to speak out on this. I cannot allow Munson to be constantly berated and attacked.
Attack.
Like,
ain't nobody tripping on y'all. What's the rest of my report? What else?
Yeah, and she just whatever.
Y'all, did y'all see this? Okay, so I have a high school senior, and this girl right here is a freshman. Black college student says campus police stormed into her dorm after false report. I don't know if you guys seen the reports on this, but she had, and I'm about to look up my notes, but she had 3 white roommates, and they basically said that she was attacking them. And so she was in her bed asleep when the campus police stormed in and drew their guns on her. And let me make sure that that is the accurate story, because that's what I remember.
Yeah, Black Enterprise had it for sure yesterday. Came out on Black Enterprise yesterday.
But isn't that crazy? Why would you?
Why we didn't have it yesterday? Probably should have done news break.
I don't
Need
know.
to bring her on the show, definitely. But
I don't know why we didn't have it yesterday either.
yeah, it was old news. But yeah, it's horrible. It's the same news. And then obviously they were Karens. So it's that Karen personality. Any of y'all ever meet any Karens during your lifetime?
you know what? I've only had.
I'm looking for it. Oh, here it is.
Speaking of that,
Anybody seen or met any Karens?
and speaking of that campus experience,
Don't do that. Don't be making me say that on camera. So anyway, that happened in Texas.
yeah, but that campus experience, if you've ever stayed on campus, you will learn very quickly that dorm room is not your room. It is not a home. They have access to it. It's their property in a sense. So that's crazy though.
So her name is Christian Evans. She was a freshman at Stephen F. Austin State University. She said she was the victim of a racist setup orchestrated by her white roommates that led police to storm into her dorm room in the middle of the night with guns drawn.
student dorm room, guns drawn. What's gone wrong? What practice was that?
Right.
What practice was that?
We was trying to get her.
But we need to figure out the follow-up on who the students were and where the school is, because I need to know now.
Yeah, what year did you guys have?
Filed a false police report. Like they could have got hurt.
Man,
It's wrong. Why would y'all do that? That shit was not funny. It was not cute. Like y'all don't do people like that.
it's
Anyway, so Stephen F. Austin has an enrollment of nearly 13,000 students, of whom 13.9% are Black, 59.2% are white, 19.3% are Hispanic, with most of the rest being Asian. But listen, this is one of the reasons why I definitely want my kids to attend an HBCU. One of the reasons for sure.
nothing to do with that.
What do you mean?
Doesn't have anything to do with the doesn't have anything to do with the school that you attend. It has everything to do with the policies of that school, particular school. Trust me.
I don't even understand what you're saying, Romeo. I don't. I don't even understand what you're saying. Because you're not gonna have a group of white roommates calling on a Black student at a Black school. Like that's just not gonna happen.
Well, you know, the biggest thing is it's a moment in time that everyone has to understand that they are not safe. Your roommates may have never been your friends, and that the system that this particular president, white supremacy, so all it takes is 2 or 3 and they can decide to do something bad to a Black person. That's white supremacy. Trained at home, unhappy, and want to intimidate. So you talk about intimidation, that should be another 13 million. It costs the school 13 million.
She traumatized. I will be too.
No, 13 million.
On my way down there. Everybody gonna get it. Everybody.
No, everybody's gonna get sued. The others need to be, the students need to be arrested. When we hear things like that, justice needs to be served. The students need to be arrested.
Right. I think you said it earlier in the show. When does racism become a crime?
Right.
Actual.
That was definitely a crime. Following a false police report. Because y'all think it's cute, it'll be fun. Who raised y'all?
What state was that portion?
Texas, Austin, Texas.
Austin. All right. We get it.
Filing false police reports, a lot of states don't consider that a crime yet. Like it's not an overall. I think the Karen situation with the Black male who's bird watching, I think that was New York. I think New York has made it an actual law, but until it actually becomes like an actual law, man, these people gonna do whatever they want to do.
I'm not sending my kids to no school like that where they could potentially have white roommates that call a prank and think it's cute and think it's funny. Like, no, that's a no for me.
I'm trying to figure out where we get guns drawn, dorm room. I'm really trying to process that. Guns drawn, dorm room.
She was asleep. So y'all
it looks sound like Breonna Taylor. I mean, it's like, let's react Breonna Taylor.
Exactly.
I think it's happening in the dorm.
I bet you once we see who they are, they're gonna be so sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't think. Oh my God. Anyway. Okay, moving on.
Clap back.
Moving on. That's why we gotta vote, y'all. What else I got?
Vote.
Oh y'all. So I just learned about her yesterday. And when I tell you my little funny bone was tickled. So Teslyn Figaro says, hold up, sir, I'm not Joe Biden. So she was talking about the debates and she was basically letting people know that, first off, you're not going to talk over me. Second off, I'm not Joe Biden. Third off, I'm going to say what I got to say and all y'all going to shut up.
The voices.
what she had to say, y'all.
Of those unheard. So until America really wants to listen and not have talking points, we're going to see more of the same. But the question is, whose watch is this violence happening on? I don't think it's fair, Tommy, to say that this is on President Biden. And let's be clear, I'm not a Joe Biden fan. As you know, I have stuck it to Joe Biden just as hard as anybody, particularly when it comes to the crime bill. But the reality of it is, this is not Vice President Joe Biden is not in charge of this country right now. President Trump is. So to blame Biden for violence that's happening on his watch just doesn't make sense. And when we talk about violence, let's talk about who is actually bringing the violence to the cities. It is white supremacists that are out here bringing violence. And hold on, sir. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. We're not going to do that because I'm not biting. It's Antifa. Wait a minute. Hold on, sir. Wait on 1 second. I know you have a job to do, but let's be clear.
No, if you
let me finish my statement. No, if you let me finish my statement, let me finish my statement. Because I'm not Joe Biden.
Tommy, are you feeling like what I'm saying? Like what Chris Wallace now?
What I'm saying is, no, I'm Teslin Figaro. It's nice to meet you. What I was saying is, it is Antifa as well as white supremacists that are causing destruction. It's certainly not black folks. There's been some black folks who have followed along, but it has not been the people that have been on the ground, like Until Freedom with Tamika Mallory, like me that's been on the ground with the George Floyd family, literally on the ground. It's been folks like us that have been fighting for civil rights, for equal justice, that have not caused riots and violence. And that's not saying it from somebody sitting back in a chair.
Let's go, sister.
And I'm not Joe Biden.
He said,
let's go, sister.
Because you gonna let me know. You gonna no, wait a minute, because we're not gonna do that.
We saw that.
Hold on, because I'm gonna finish my statement. Hold on.
Y'all brought me to do a whole job here, and I'm doing my job on you. Stand up. That's a new song. Stand up.
Like I hollered. She said, well, that's not what we're gonna do. I'm gonna finish my statement, Tommy. I'm Teslin. Nice to meet you. And as I was saying,
snap.
No, because y'all not gonna do me like that. And so that poses the questions to me. Should the next moderator be a black woman? Because she was holding court in there. Let me tell y'all something. Hold on. Wait a minute. She didn't say wait a minute. She said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Because that's not what we're going to do.
Not be a black woman. No.
Come on.
No.
Everybody said between that and Samuel Jackson.
I'm going to go for Samuel Jackson before I go for that. I love
told them, y'all got to see the whole clip, because she basically was just cutting into him like, listen, I don't give a damn what y'all say. I'm not Joe Biden. You're not going to talk to me like that, and you won't let me finish my point.
Well, when does the conversation change? I am going to watch that. I was curious to, you know what, Portia, because I have been watching more. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you have as well. It always amazes me, the people on the panel who justify the action that was said, like a clear action. I think Munson brought this up, how people are lost. Like you heard clearly what the whole entire world heard. You're trying to justify what I heard to make it sense. No, brother. I don't. Granted, people talk about voting every day. Granted, I'm really getting frustrated and tired of saying, well, neither one of them are right. You're okay. If that's how you feel, cool. But I guarantee you, one righter than the other.
One righter than the other. No, I get it, bro. Yeah.
You walk down the street and you got two left feet. I guarantee you, one of your feet is gonna lead you in a better direction than the other feet. Come on, people. I'm gonna need y'all to have a clear understanding of your right to vote. I'm gonna need you to have a clear understanding of what was said. We are so ready for Kamala Harris next Wednesday night at 9 p.m. as she goes against Pence.
What are we doing for that, y'all? We're doing a watch party.
We're gonna definitely have a watch party. We're gonna announce our watch party. We'll have that by tomorrow. We'll know exactly where our watch party is gonna be. We'll definitely post one. So we definitely be rolling out AM. We'll be rolling out PM our new show coming out, Rolling Out PM, and we will be there. Our news anchors, of course, we've got news anchors. Everybody is play anchor.
All right, anchor.
I'm gonna include my
Portia says she can play anchor.
I'm about
anchor.
I'm about to, cause y'all, I don't know. I'm about to take my braids out and get I need my hair to relax. I don't wear relaxers, but I need to take these out so I can be a good anchor with my natural hair. Anyway, let's continue. You got about 10 minutes. I'm still into my report. So let's go produce that. What we got?
Ashley probably listening to Uncle Luke. Come on.
Y'all, so y'all heard at the beginning of the show that Mercury is about to hit retrograde. So the astral highlights for October, Thursday, October 1st through Saturday, October 31st, full moon, full harvest moon in Aries is today, Thursday, October 4th. Sunday the 4th, Pluto direct post shadow in Capricorn. That's me. I am a Capricorn. On the 13th, we're going into Mercury retrograde. Now, I don't know if y'all into that, but I just know that when we hit Mercury retrograde, a lot of shit go wrong. A lot of technical stuff. You just be like, what's going on? It's unexplainable. I don't necessarily know a lot about it. I just know that whenever Mercury is in retrograde, shit happens. So just get ready for it. On Friday the 16th, a new moon in Libra. On the 23rd, we got Scorpio season. Y'all got some Scorpio friends?
Of course.
I do. But that starts on the 23rd, Friday the 23rd. And then on the 31st, Saturday the 31st, we have a full hunter's moon in Taurus, which will be a blue moon. So I'm looking forward to that.
We got about 4 or 5 days left for anybody who hadn't registered to vote. And then it will be on different states, and we'll come back and vote in the morning.
Hey man, get to it. Vote.
Let you know what states you can vote now, so people can vote early. We know ballots have gone out, so check your mail.
Fair again. I'm walking mine into the polls. I'm taking the boys. I've been taking them since they were young, and we were voting for Obama.
Make a video. Make a video.
Occasion then is going to be a momentous occasion now. I'll let you guys see the progression from when they were really, really little and couldn't understand it, but stood in the lines with me for at least 5 hours. The first time that we voted for Obama was at least 5 hours. But they stood there. They were troopers. So anyway, we're going to stand there this time.
With their mama.
That's with their mama. And we was
their mama. You know, you do a lot for your mama. You know, nothing else, you go through it with your mama. You know.
Let me see if I can quickly send that
to Mama. That was a song. That was a whole song.
Producer Ashley, the first time I took them to vote, y'all. Hold on, I'm about to see if I can find it. But while I'm looking for it, let's go ahead and get into these birthdays, y'all.
We got balloons, yeah. The cake is on the way.
So Journey Smollett Bell, 33. It's her Jesus year, y'all. She stars in the new series Lovecraft Country, and it is amazing. I'm hoping that you guys are looking at it, following it. Production is great. Storylines are fantastic. It's an overall good show. And then Isis King, who is transgender, she is 34 today. Happy birthday. Romeo, you want to say something?
The DC film Birds of Prey. For all my comic book fans, make sure you check that out. I love Journey.
Okay, y'all. So we're gonna get this birthday song ready.
We got balloons, yeah. The cake is on the way.
Hey. Okay, y'all. Let's get this.
Hey.
Happy birthday to everybody out there, including Journey Smollett Bell. It's her Jesus year, and she is starring in one of her biggest TV series yet. So here we go.
We got balloons, yeah. The cake is on the way. We got the music playing, cause it's your holiday. Woo! We invited family, and everybody came. I strike a pose for me like you in a picture frame. And you got your finest clothes on, and $1 million smile. So we gon' And don't forget we got the candles. When you away, don't forget we got the candles, candles, candles. Happy birthday, gonna celebrate you for a while. Candles, candles, blowing you away. Wait, 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 wait. Candles, candles, candles. Happy birthday, happy, happy girl, happy, happy girl. So if you to make another year,
throw your hands up. And
Put your hands up in the air. Hey.
So birthday to everyone out there. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday.
Libra season. I want to shout out to my girlfriends in Detroit. Her birthday was the other day. Lisa Wilmore. Happy birthday, Lisa Wilmore. Happy belated birthday, Lisa Wilmore. Must know Lisa. Lisa is one of the PRs. She is on top of her game in Detroit. Lisa. One of the PR gurus out there, and she is doing her thing for real. Love Lisa Wilmore Agency. Happy belated birthday to her.
And everybody out there, birthdays are special, so enjoy them. Definitely be safe during COVID, but definitely enjoy this virtual reality moments of reset.
Wait a minute. I want to know if producer Ashley got my picture. I wanted to show y'all.
I want to know if she has the save the date flyer.
Look at that. That was our first year voting. I am trying to highlight my I voted sticker. But y'all see how cute and adorable the boys used to be? Yeah, so that was our first time voting for Obama together, family of faith. Yes, y'all. So they much like they taller than me now.
Why does it look like a video shoot?
Why does it look? Oh, it was right after we voted, and it was with a camera phone. You know, we just good like that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I guess we got positive thoughts. You gonna kick it off, Romeo?
Let's kick it off. Positive thought of the day: vote. It ain't no joke. If you don't vote, you're gonna catch this smoke. Go vote. Go ahead, question.
My positive thought for the day is vote. Ain't no joke. I'm taking a note from Romeo's book. Vote. Y'all go vote. Go vote. What you say, Munson? We only had 4 days. How many days left?
About 4 days, 3 or 4 days for all states for people who are registering. I think if you haven't done it, you're down to your last 2 or 3 days voting. For many states, they have started their early voting. So if you're in Virginia or some of the other states, you want to go ahead and get involved, get engaged, and go ahead and vote. If you got a ballot coming in the air, watch the mail. Like, pay attention to the mail.
Vote, y'all. Make it a family affair. Take somebody to the polls, especially your neighbors. Look out for your neighbors if they can't get there. Look out for your family members if they can't get there. Take your kids and start a tradition. Change the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, vote. So look out for y'all neighbors. Look out for y'all family. Make sure y'all kids know the importance of it.
Okay? Just said, put us back on the boat. D Shield said vote before they put us back on the boat.
Yes, I like D. She funny. Okay, Munson, Steve, we throwing the ball to you. Positive thoughts of the day.
Positive thoughts today. Keep peace and purpose in your life. Peace and purpose every day. Make sure that you're part of this movement, this struggle to get our people and our forefathers going in the right way. So peace and purpose to you all today from all of us here at Rolling Out. It's really important that you guys know that we care about your lives and you are a part of our lives. So come on with us. Show us your vote. Send them to Romeo. Send them to Portia, because it really is important that we all mobilize right now. This is a mobilization moment. Be part of the movement. Make sure that it's part of your posting with a purpose, and make sure that you're motivating our community to stand up, because many of us want you to stand down. They want to use this rhetoric to promote fear. There is nothing to fear. This is a movement. We're not going to stop until freedom. Like our good sister Tamika Mallory, we are definitely on the battlefield for justice. We're on the battlefield for justice. So that is my positive thought of the day. Stay in your peace, stay in your purpose each and every day. Save that date, December 4th, 5th, and 6th for Peace and Purpose Conference. Your personal evolution will be taking place. This is Rolling Out AM. I'm your host, Munson Steed. Of course, First Lady of the show, Portia Monique, all the way from Detroit, and internationally coming today to you. It is the wise, the master, the two-time champion of surfing down there, two-time champion of surfing down there. It is Romeo International, but he's surfing through this internet, everybody, every day, socially, making it his way. Hey, Romeo, we are the Wake Up Call, Rolling Out AM. I'll see you later, everybody. Hasta la vista. This is Munson Steve, Romeo International, and Portia Monique. Peace. We love you guys.
Tomorrow, and shout out to Terry Shropshire, the first King James, for having a funny question in the chat on Facebook. I just want to acknowledge you, Terry. Have a great day.